The biggest celebrity drama is unfolding right before our eyes. And most people have no idea what's really happening behind the scenes. What I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see these relationships, and trust me, you need to hit that subscribe button because this story gets wilder by the minute. Justin Bieber's world is crumbling, and the signs have been there for months, but everyone missed them. Sources close to the couple revealed that Justin and Hailey are more at odds than ever, with the troubled singer displaying increasingly erratic behavior that has left those around him genuinely concerned. An insider from Hailey's inner circle dropped a bombshell revelation that nobody saw coming. They don't know how long the couple will stay together, if they'll wait until everything explodes, but the situation is becoming more unbearable with each passing week. Even when they're together at home, they actively avoid being in the same room, and their separate travel schedules have become the norm rather than the exception. They mostly do their own thing when they have time off, and the situation has reached explosive levels. According to multiple sources, the fights between Justin and Hailey have become more frequent and more intense, with Justin allegedly going for low-hanging fruit during arguments, specifically to make Hailey feel bad. And according to sources, it works every single time. The drama reached new heights when Hailey was spotted leaving her car without her wedding ring, in what many believe was a deliberate message to the world. People couldn't believe what they were seeing and started asking where the ring had gone and what she was trying to communicate. Many observers think she was intentionally showing her bare fingers on purpose, sending a clear signal about the state of her marriage. Justin's social media posts allegedly sent Hailey over the edge, and she told him it was one of the dumbest things she's ever done, comparing it to feeding raw meat to a pack of lions who want to eat you alive, the insider revealed. Thatch is frustrated beyond belief because she's trying to help him, but he keeps cutting her out completely. She's really angry that Justin is airing his issues on social media, exposing his bad moments, his struggles, and his weaknesses for the entire world to see. Hailey feels like he's digging himself into a hole by posting about his personal life, because this only makes everything worse for both of them. She's begged him repeatedly to stay off social media for a while to lay low, regroup, and focus on getting to a better place mentally. But he keeps doing things his way, and she feels pushed aside, like she's no longer part of his decision-making process. It's heartbreaking for her to watch the person she loves self-destruct in such a public way. These explosive revelations were just the beginning, because things have taken an unexpected turn, with Justin Bieber releasing his new album that sources claim is inspired by his devotion as a husband and father. This new era of music has supposedly fueled a deeper perspective and more reflective end, resulting in some of his most personal music. Yet, according to the official press release, the album follows Justin's previous work and represents what many are calling a complete transformation in his artistic approach and personal mindset. Reports are now claiming that this brand new album is entirely dedicated to his devotion as a father and husband, meaning the entire project is focused on Hailey and their son, which many see as a beautiful gesture of commitment. Maybe Hailey finally got fed up with the situation, and Justin realized he needed to do what's right for his family. Perhaps this album represents his attempt to make things right and show the world that he's committed to being the husband and father of his family deserves. The timing certainly suggests that this musical project is his way of addressing the concerns that have been swirling around their relationship for months. But the drama doesn't stop there, because old social media activity has resurfaced, showing Selena Gomez allegedly throwing major shade at Justin and Hailey when she first started dating Benny Blanco. The evidence is shocking and shows a pattern of behavior that many fans completely missed at the time. Selena was caught making comments that seemed directly aimed at her ex-relationship, calling her new boyfriend her absolute everything, and responding to fans in ways that seemed calculated to hurt Justin and Hailey. When someone asked why Benny was the best thing that ever happened to her, she responded that is still better than anyone she's ever been with. And when pressed about her choice in men, she replied that everyone else sucked. The shade became even more obvious when she made comments about being in therapy since she was 18 and knowing what's best for herself. She declared that she would fight until she get what she deserved, and made it clear she wasn't going to be with a boy ever again, strongly implying that her previous relationships were with immature partners. When fans criticized her for posting pictures of her boyfriend publicly, she defended herself by saying it had been 6 months and she will always defend her friends, family, and fans until the day she dies. The situation escalated when fans started bringing up Justin and Hailey directly, leading to Selena in comments that dismissed her past relationships. Even Benny Blanco got involved in what appeared to be coordinated shade throwing when he made comments about the Lee's brand endorsements in what many interpreted as deliberate disrespect. The timing and context made it clear that this wasn't coincidental, but rather a calculated move to undermine Lee's business ventures. The truth is that all three parties have thrown shade at each other, creating an endless cycle of petty behavior that plays out across social media platforms. Screenshots exist all over Twitter showing Justin throwing shade at Selena, Selena throwing shade at Justin, and Halle throwing shade at Selena, creating a toxic triangle that never seems to end. When fans from one side complain about shade being thrown, they conveniently ignore the fact that their favorite has done exactly the same thing to others. The Selena fans get upset when Justin and Halle throw shade, but they celebrate when Selena does it to them. The Justin and Halle fans get outraged when Selena throws shade, but they cheer when their favorites do it to her. This double standard reveals the true nature of celebrity fan culture, where loyalty blends people to the obvious truth. Fatal parties are equally guilty of perpetuating this drama. The reality is that these are all adults who continue to engage in petty behavior years after their relationships ended, and it's honestly exhausting to watch. The most frustrating part is how each fan base tries to claim moral superiority while their favorites engage in exactly the same behavior they criticize others for doing. It's a two-way street where everyone is throwing shade, but nobody wants to admit that their favorite is part of the problem. You have to remain completely unbiased to see the situation clearly, because the truth is that they have all thrown shade at each other multiple times over the years. The evidence is overwhelming and undeniable when you look at the patterns objectively without letting your personal preferences cloud your judgment. This drama continues to unfold, with new revelations emerging regularly, and the public can't look away from the train wreck that these relationships have become. The sad reality is that these are real people with real feelings who are using their platforms to hurt each other instead of moving on and finding peace. The cycle seems destined to continue as long as all parties remain in the public eye, because the temptation to respond to perceived slights appears to be too strong for any of them to resist. Each new incident adds fuel to the fire, ensuring that this drama will continue to captivate audiences for years to come. What started as teenage relationships have evolved into adult feuds that play out across multiple platforms, with millions of people watching every move. Stakes have gotten higher as their careers have grown, but the behavior has remained essentially the same as when they were all teenagers dealing with their first serious relationships. Don't forget to subscribe, because this story is far from over, and new developments happen almost daily in this ongoing saga that shows no signs of ending anytime soon.